Amy Smith with Investors Business Daily, and I'm here with Danielle Shay from Simpler Trading. And this is a great time. You know, your company does really interesting things. So first, let's give a really quick intro to the company, and then I want to talk about your trading in this current market. So tell us just a little bit about your company.
So I'm the director of options at Simpler Trading. We have a live trading room. I have a free newsletter where I send out my analysis, whatever stocks I'm looking at.
Right.
And then also I have my own options picking service as well. So basically everything I do is trading, talking trading, and teaching trading.
Teaching trading, which is really awesome. Now, let's see, what are we doing, and first of all, what type of trades do you do? And then in the current market, what are we doing? So first, what are the types of trades you normally would do?
So normally I'm a directional momentum trader, and so especially from October all the way up until January,
right.
I love trading tickers like Tesla and Space and LK that
right.
very high momentum trades.
Right.
But when the market shifted
right.
and started to pull back, now the volatility is so high that I've actually been trading a lot of futures and day trading futures.
So for people that might not understand that, how does one trade a future with an option? How long is that trade? Is it just during the day and then you're not holding overnight? But for someone who's new, what would that mean?
So the futures markets are interesting because futures markets trade overnight, and they have really high liquidity, which is great, and you can get in and out very quickly.
Okay.
And so because the volatility is so high right now, being able to get in and out quickly is really beneficial.
Right.
So that's why I've kind of switched over to trading futures, because in the options market, I'm typically going to hold trades for anywhere between overnight to 2 to 3 weeks. But in this type of volatile market environment, I prefer to day trade.
Right.
And trading futures is really, I think, the best way to do that.
Right. Very interesting. What kind of capital, if someone's listening in and they say, well, Danielle, I don't know, do I need to have a whole bunch of money? Can I start small? And what is the risk reward type of thing? So,
yes. So it's actually really interesting because trading futures are highly leveraged, but you can start a futures account with $2,000, $2,000, $3,000. I mean, typically in trading, more is going to be better because you have more wiggle room.
Right.
But I trade with Infinity Futures, and the margin requirement to trade one contract is $500.
Okay.
So, if you have a $2,000 account, trade one contract.
Okay.
Something like that. And so typically with the risk reward, I'm typically risking about $300 to $500 on a trade.
Okay.
That's going to be my
That's your risk reward type thing.
Yes.
So let's say if you're risking $200 to $300 and you have a smaller account, then what is the reward potential for that?
So you can try to just stick with one-to-one risk reward and try to go for $350 to about $500 on the upside. But in this type of volatile market environment, I mean, honestly, lately it's been quite a bit better. So anywhere between $750, $1,000, $1,500 for a single move on a $500 risk. So it's actually been closer to about risking 1 to make 2 to 3 in this current volatile environment.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to tell them about? Because I know there's probably people with a lot of questions out there because there's all kinds of option strategies.
Yes.
Are there things, and I know you guys, with IBD, we really like them. We've worked with this company. We know the CEO. We've had webinars with him. Is there any difference between the kind of options trading that you do? Because people have heard about there's so many different strategies.
Yes.
Is yours a little bit simpler, which I think it is, actually?
Yes, I mean, I always try to make it simpler because I was a former teacher, and so I love teaching and breaking things down. I love using IBD, and I love using momentum trades.
Trades, okay.
And so when you say is it simpler, I look at it as what is the market doing right now.
Right.
So we have different setups for different market conditions.
Okay.
When the market is strong, when it's trending higher, focusing on high momentum stocks, when it pulls back, then we have a different strategy.
Right.
And so people, I think what catches people is they always think, oh my gosh, the market's going crazy. This isn't a good time to be in.
Right.
But it can be a great time to be in if you can shift your strategy to something that's working in the current environment.
So just to be clear, unlike certain strategies, this could work in an uptrending market.
Yes.
We have a really strong bull market. This could also work in a volatile market.
Yes.
And then this could work. What if we get into, let's address a little bit, what if we really get into a little bit of a longer bear market? I'm sure you guys have strategies for that too.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So that's the great part about options trading is you can still make money when the market's trading to the downside.
Right.
And so
Right.
I primarily follow trends, strong trends. I use a lot of relative strength or in a down market, relative weakness.
Sure, relative weakness, yeah.
And so basically, I'm just always shifting along with the market to whatever
Good.
current conditions
Whatever
that
the
we're
conditions
in.
are. Now tell them a little bit more, because we did an earlier segment that you actually have traders live. So there you can go to their website and you actually have traders in that live trading. So you're actually watching what people are doing in the current market, right? So,
Yes, and that's exactly how I learned how to trade. So we have a live trading room that's open all day throughout trading hours. We have a variety of different traders. Each one of us typically has about an hour session, and just going through our analysis or different types of trades, and it's really awesome because we have a lot of variety. So maybe some people want to be a little bit more conservative, and
right,
have
exactly.
less risk, and-
right.
Yeah.
And then maybe somebody who's a little bit more adventurous.
Yes.
Yes. Shall we say? Now, what about oil? Oil dropped incredibly today. Would that be something also that you guys would be looking at on trading an option on some oil plays?
Yes, definitely. I love trading options on ETFs.
Okay.
So just an oil ETF. You can also trade that in the futures market as well. I typically don't. I typically trade more options on ETFs.
On ETFs, okay.
And
okay.
so definitely that's something that we would look at. And whatever's happening in the news, whenever there's big movers, I mean, that's exactly what we're looking at in the live trading room.
Right.
Because
that's
going on.
that's what's going on right now.
Yes.
Well, if people want to learn more, very interesting, how do they either contact you? Oh, by the way, you should tell them that you have a newsletter also.
Yes, I have a free newsletter that you can sign up for at www.fivestartrader.com, which is FIVE. And then if you would like to learn more about Simpler Trading, you can come to simplertrading.com/join.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, Danielle, thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.